What's up, good people? I hope you all are doing well. And it's December time, so the holidays, Christmas, and the New Year are all upon us. And of course, you want to build gaming PCs, but it's really hard to build a gaming PC right now, especially a good budget one, like under $500, because of the whole, silicon shortage and prices of graphics cards going absolutely bonkers. It's actually hard to find parts, but in this video, I'm going to be helping you guys with just that. Today, I'll take you guys over the best $500 budget gaming PC build that you can actually buy right now. So the best gaming PC that you can build under $500 and get the parts from Amazon. Like, that's the most convenient place, right? You can also buy the parts from Micro Center or whatever place you find convenient. But in this video, I'll take you guys through the parts that you need to build this PC, and also towards the end, I'll take you guys through the benchmarks and the performance numbers that you can expect from this build. And no, you don't need a graphics card for this build, so don't worry. All the parts are going to be new and linked in the description down below. And those are affiliate links from Amazon, so they help the channel out. So please buy from those links to help the channel out and in turn help me make more videos. But with that being said, the parts are down below, and let's get started with the video. Alright, so starting off with the CPU, and which also happens to be the GPU of the build, we're going for the AMD Ryzen 5 5600G. This is an APU, so it has the CPU and the GPU on the same chip. It's a 6-core 12-thread CPU with a base clock of 3.9 GHz and a boost of 4.4. It's a really nice CPU in my opinion. It's a good GPU as well. It's got the Radeon Vega 7 graphics clocked at 1900 MHz. It's a 65 watt TDP CPU, and again, it's overclockable and also comes with the Wraith Stealth cooler out of the box, so you don't have to buy a third-party one. All that for $239. In my opinion, it's a really good deal. Now, to house this CPU, we've gone with the ASUS B450M-A motherboard. This is again got the AM4 socket type, the B450 chipset, micro ATX form factor, and all the essential features. You can have up to 128 GB of DDR4 memory at high speeds. You've got M.2 for your super fast storage, the latest USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, HDMI, and also ASUS's BIOS flashback feature and their Aura Sync RGB ecosystem. So again, it's a good motherboard for $80. Again, in my opinion, it's a really good value deal. And for RAM or memory in this build, we've gone with 16 GB of Corsair's Vengeance LPX DDR4 clocked at 3200 MHz, so two 8 GB sticks. Dual channel performance always helps in Ryzen CPUs, and of course, it's an APU, so you're gonna get better performance when you have dual channel memory. And this is 3200 MHz, which is a healthy clock speed. 16 GB I think is good enough in a budget build in 2021 as well as 2022. And that's the RAM. This RAM will retail for around $60 to $65. For storage in this build, I've gone with the PNY CS900 SSD. This is a 240 GB SSD, which might seem small, and it is, but this should be able to house your Windows operating system and a bunch of games. Now, if you have a hard drive or a extra SSD lying around, you can add it, or you can just increase your budget a little bit and get a 500 GB or a 1 TB SSD. That's totally going to depend upon you and your personal preference, how much storage you're going to need. But I'm going with the 240 GB SSD just to keep this build under $500. Again, this is a SATA SSD, so expect speeds anywhere from 400 to 550 megabytes per second. And for around $30, this is again a good deal in my opinion. And for the power supply in this build, we've gone with the Corsair CV550, which happens to be a 550 watt power supply from their CV series. This is 80 plus bronze certified and retails for around $40. 550 watts should be more than enough to power this build right now, and also give you some headroom in the future to add a dedicated graphics card, like a GTX 1660 Ti, 1660 Super, RTX 3060, something that comes out in the future and is normally priced. So that's that. And the 80 plus bronze certification will make sure that your parts are safe and also save a little bit of money on your electricity bill. But apart from that, you'll get your warranty from Corsair, and for around $40, this is a good deal in my opinion. To wrap this whole build up and to complete our build, we've gone with the Cooler Master MasterBox 3.1 Lite. This is one of my favorite cases of all time. This comes in the micro ATX form factor and has this dark mirror front, also a tempered glass side panel. It's got support for liquid cooling, 120mm on the back and 240mm on the front. You can show off your RGB fans. It's got enough space for this build, this micro ATX motherboard, and a decent sized graphics card. and it just looks really small, really compact, doesn't take a lot of space on your desk, and has got a really cute vibe to it. And for around $45, this is a really nice looking case, and again, it comes from Cooler Master, which happens to be a very popular brand in the PC cases section. So that kind of wraps up the parts list. Those were the parts, and again, as I said in the start of the video, all the parts, guys, will be linked down below in the description. So if you want to check out or buy those, you can check the links in the description. Now, with the parts out of the way, let's talk about the performance of this build. Now, don't expect this PC to crush all the modern AAA titles at the highest settings, as we don't have a dedicated graphics card. This $500 budget PC build with the Ryzen 5 5600G APU is geared towards the esports gamers, people who like to play things like Valorant or Fortnite, PUBG, CSGO, Dota 2, the esports titles, even Rocket League. Those don't require a lot of power, so you can play them at 1080p. Coming to the AAA titles, things like GTA 5 and some of the other games that people like to play, FIFA and stuff like that, those games can be run at 1080p, but you'll have to lower your expectations and settings at the same time. You can get 60 FPS in some of the modern AAA titles, as you can see, the benchmarks on your screen right now. But again, in the future, I really recommend you add a graphics card, or if you have an old graphics card in your PC, you can use that as well and still get some, really nice performance. I'll try to link some graphics cards that you could consider for this build in the description down below if you really need some extra performance, but know that they will be slightly overpriced. And apart from that, this PC can also, do some light video editing and all your normal schoolwork, office work, whatever you want to do. And you could try streaming on it with a graphics card in the future, and it will be able to do that as well. But for $500 right now, I think this is offering some really good value for money. And again, guys, if you like this video, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash the like button. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I'll be there replying to you guys, helping you guys out. And with that being said, let me know what do you think about the build, if you would change anything, and what PC are you using right now, and what do you think about the whole graphics card pricing situation. But apart from that, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. I will be publishing a dedicated review on the Ryzen 5 5600G really soon, around Christmas time. So again, stay tuned for that. But with that being said, my name has been Yusuf. You guys have been awesome. Stay awesome, keep smiling, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.